Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is continuation of the previous video. In the previous video, just a recap, we were trying to do a sanity around moving average crossover backtesting. We have did a sanity backtesting, and you might have seen the results. And I have discussed about the open bugs, which are part of this code. Again, to reiterate, this is completely a code which is generated by one of the AA GPTs. Yeah. Today, since some of you have asked for the explanation around the code which was generated by a GPT, let me go through and explain what's in and around this particular piece of Java class. Okay, let's dive into it. Yeah. So there are okay. As part of this code, we have one static class inside it, and the second thing is we have an method to calculate the moving average, and we have a main method which would orchestrate the complete crossover sanity. So in the inner class, which is this static inner class, we have an OHLCV mapping, which would basically contain the date on which the trade has been taken, or the basic data around the date for a given date, like opening price of the stock, the highest price on the given day or the given candle, and the lowest price on the given day on the given candle, and the close price of it, and at which volume the particular stock has been traded. They say suppose 100 persons have, like, 100 stocks has been bought on a given stock, the volume will be recorded as 100. So basically, this would be in millions or few hundred Ks in general. Yeah, and a constructor has been used to initialize it, and the to initialize the object with these given values. So the next part is calculating the moving average. So this particular method basically calculates the moving average. So suppose you wanted to calculate the moving average for last 10 days. This particular method, in this particular method, we will be feeding in the close price of the stock for the last 10 days. And since we have feeded it for 10 days, the period would be 10. Um, Basically, this for loop is the core logic where it sums up all the given close prices of the stock from day to date, and then it divides it by the given period and gives us the moving average. So this is like a simple and easy to understand function or method which calculates the moving average. The next part is the main method. uh, this is basically the orchestration piece. In this one, here we are initializing a variable with the data set which we have. I have kept the data set here within the root for sanity purposes alone. Later on, we will be moving, and we'll be using the real databases to play around with the data, and it will not be one single stock; it will be multiple stocks. We have an string line which is declared, and then we have a delimiter. This is to separate out the date, open, high, low, close, and volume of the given ticker. This will be the delimiter we will be using. Then we have an array list which will hold all the OHLCV data, and then we have another array list which will hold all the close prices for the given stock. Then we try to read each line from the CSV file. We have a buffer reader here. We are reading the complete CSV file, and we are reading each line here. And we have initialized a while block wherein we'll be reading each line line by line, and assigning it to the string variable line, and we'll do a split of the string by the delimiter which is comma, and this array will hold all the values right from the date till the volume in an array, string array. So in over here we are creating new object for each row in the given CSV file, This particular object will contain the date, which is the value 0 is the date, value 1 would be our open, 2 will be what open, yeah, high, and then low, and then close, and then volume. All this will be initialized, and finally we are adding the object to the array list, and also we are adding the close price to the array list. These are the two things. And moving on, here this is a GPT generated catch logic. We can improvise on it at later point. So we have two other variables, which is the variable one is short period, which is initialized with the value 10, and the variable 2 is a long period, which is initialized with the value 50. So basically, we will be calculating the moving averages for last 10 days and last 50 days. So we need these two variables. And the next variable is to check if we have taken any long position. Basically, here we will be taking only long positions. So this long position variable will be false whenever we have not taken any trade, and it will become true when the trade is open, when we have bought some sticker or stock. Basically, the entry price is considered to be 0.00. However, uh, it will be the close price of the given day when we take the trade. And the initial account balance, we have initialized it as 1 million, and the position size we have initialized it as 100. Position is size is nothing but the number of stocks that we will accumulate. Say we will be buying one stock of page IND, the position size would have been 1. Here we will start buying 100 stocks of page IND as part of sanity. So yeah, the next we move on to the backtesting strategy. This for loop basically does all the backtesting for us. Um, so we will first skip the for loop or continue the for loop till uh, for the first 50 days. Basically, up until we have accumulated 50 days of trading data, we will not take any trade. We will just continue. So yeah, so that the minimum required data is available for taking the or calculating the moving average for the long period. The next thing is we calculate the short moving average for the last 10 days. Basically, this short period variable will be used, and we will be taking the last 10 days data and calculate the short moving average, and we'll take the last 50 days data and calculate the last 50 days moving average, and that will be long moving average. And whenever short moving average is higher than long moving average, and if we have not taken any position, then we will go ahead and take the position, mark the entry price as the last given date's closing price, and we also print out a log stating on which date we have bought the ticker and what is the buy price. Yeah, and once the position is taken, we'll again start calculating the moving averages for last 10 days and last 50 days, such that will be yielded with short moving average and long moving average. Over here, since we have taken the position, this block will never be executed when we are in open position. When the position long position value is true, the only block which will be executed is else if block. Whenever the short moving average falls below the long moving average, we will go ahead and sell the stock. So the exit price will be the closing price of the given day, and the profit will be calculated based on by subtracting the exit price against the entry price, and will multiply it against the position size for the given number of stocks. Basically, yeah, and we'll be adding the account balance with the profit. Yeah, and we will make sure we mark the long position variable to false to take the next trades that are available, and we are also printing the date at which the stock was sold, exit price, and the profit. Finally, this is the account balance which will be printing after all the strategy has been tested. Yeah. In final part of the video, let's discuss on the defect or bug which is generated by this AI code, AI tool, yeah, which has generated this code. So if suppose we have 1 million in hand, the account balance, and the stock price is 38,000. Say here the page INDG ticket can go as high as 38,000, 40,000 in price range. If we multiply 38,000 into, say, if we multiply 38,000, okay, into 100 stocks, this will easily come to a price range of 3.8 million. Let me add comma here. Yeah. So the account balance is just 1 million, and we are trying to purchase stocks worth of 3.8 million. So we might not have enough money to buy 100 stocks of page INTG, but the AI code basically skips this part and executes as if 100 stocks were bought. This will be an issue in real time for any kind of backtesting. Be cautious around any code which is generated by the AI tools. Yeah, we have. I have seen like many open bugs around the codes which are generated in AI tools. Be cautious. Go each line by line and do your backtesting. Let's hit and do the sanity as discussed. Let me run this particular class. Yeah. The final account balance yields up to 2.9 million. The initial account balance is 1 million. However, we have not fixed any bugs which is generated by this code, uh, yeah, which is part of this code. There are like few next action items that we'll be doing to improve this code and fix all the bugs before we move on to next level of sanity testing. Yep. And the final video would be to do the end-to-end testing around end-to-end testing with all Nifty 200 stocks with moving average crossover logics. Yeah. Thank you. Have a good day.